wabarakatuh. We are Group 2 and we will be presenting material for the research method in administration course. Allow us to introduce ourselves. My name is Alfabila.
My name is Amalia Dini.
My name is Riko Prananda.
On this occasion, we will discuss problem formulation, objective, and benefit of research.
Alright, here I will explain the research problem. A research problem is a fundamental element in scientific activity because it serves as the starting point for any research. A research problem can be defined as a problem is a phenomenon that requires systematic study to obtain a solution or deeper understanding. According to Father, a research problem is essentially a gap between expectation and reality. This means that the ideal condition expected do not lie with the condition in the field. Thus, problems arise when reality fails to meet established standards or theories. One of the main sources of research problems is the gap between theory and reality. Father Rashid explained that problems can arise when there is a mismatch between theory and practice. Theory essentially serves to explain and predict a phenomenon. However, when the predictions don't align with reality, research problems arise. For example, theory suggests that a learning method effectively improves learning outcome, but in practice, students' learning outcome remain low. This situation indicates a gap worthy of investigation. Alright, now I will explain the type of research gap that can lead to a research problem. First, reality gap. The gap between ideal condition and actual condition on the ground. For example, good education policies but suboptimal implementation. Second, theory and practice gap. Occurs when existing theory do not match practice in the field or cannot be applied effectively. Third, empirical gap. Occurs when data or facts in the field do not support existing theory or show different results. Lastly, research gap. The existence or limitation or shortcoming in previous research opens up opportunities for new research. Research problems have a very important role in the research process, including determining the direction and focus of research, become the basis for formulating research objectives, directing the selection of analysis methods and techniques, and contribute to the development of science. Without a clear research problem, research will lose direction and become just a data collection activity without any significant meaning. Thank you.
Alright, here I will explain about the formulation of the problem. Problem formulation is a research question that will be answered through data collection. Unlike a problem, which represents a gap between expected condition and actual condition, a problem formulation is formulated based on that problem in the form of a research question. So, a problem is a condition that does not meet expectation, then it is turned into a research question. Therefore, the problem formulation is closely related to the problem because it serves as the basis for conducting the research. In scientific writing, the problem statement is generally stated in the form of research question to help guide the discussion. Furthermore, the alignment between the problem statement and the conclusion is an important indicator. It means that if the conclusion answers the question at the beginning, the research is well conducted. So, problem formulation is a research question based on the existence of problem, namely the gap between expected and actual condition. Next, we move to the criteria for a good problem formulation. According to Sembering and College, a good problem formulation must meet several criteria. First, can be answered comprehensively, meaning the research question it must be answered completely through data and not be too broad or abstract. So we should avoid overall general question. Second, identify variable and relationship, so the research become more focused. The third, empirically testable, meaning the question can be tested using research method and data analysis, not just based on opinion. Fourth, compile from the background and direct toward the objective, so there is a clear connection between the background problem formulation and research objectives. Next, the forms for problem formulation. There are three types: descriptive, comparative, and associative. First, descriptive. It focuses on an independent variable without comparison or relationship with other variable. It only describes a phenomenon based on data. Example, what is the level of public satisfaction? The second is comparative. It compares one or more variable across different samples or times to find difference. It is used to see whether there are differences between objects. Example, is there a difference between agency A and B? Third, associative. It examines the relationship between two or more variables, such as a cause-effect or mutual relationship. This analyzes how variables are connected to each other. Example, is there a relationship between service quality and satisfaction? So, the steps show level of analysis from describing, comparing, to analyzing relationship. Finally, things to note in problem formulation. First, it should be clear and concisely, so it's easy to understand. It should not cause different interpretation. Second, it should use question form to stay focused. Third, it should be scientifically testable, so it can be analyzed using proper methods and data, not just assumption. Fourth, it should represent the research objective. And lastly, it should be focused and not too broad, so the discussion remains relevant. So, a good problem formulation must be clear, focused, and testable as a guide for research. Okay, that's all from me. Next, it will be presented by Rico.
Okay, next, number 3, objective. 1. Understanding research objective. Research objectives are statements that explain the final result the researcher hopes to achieve after conducting the research. These objectives are not merely wishes, but must be clearly formalized, focused, and achieved through the scientific research process. In a thesis, research objectives are usually formulated based on the problem formulation, so that what is asked in the problem will answer to the research objective. In other words, the research objective becomes the main target of the research being conducted. In addition, the research objective also have research to not out of the discussion circle have a clear direction from the beginning to the end of the research, can be accountable for research results scientifically. 2. Research objective function. Research objectives have a very important role in the entire research process because they are the main goal in every step of the research. Some of the main functions are: as a determinant of research direction, the goal is to help researchers stay focused on the topic being researched, so that they do not stray into irrelevant discussion. Is a basic for completing research method. The method is qualitative or quantitative will be adjusted to be objective to be achieved. As a reference in data collection, the data collection must be in accordance with the research objective, so that not all data is taken on relevant ones. As a basic for analysis and solution, the research result will answer the objective that were set at the beginning, so with such a clear research objective, research can be begun unfocused and difficult to produce actual solution. Next, 3 types of research objective. 1. Descriptive purpose. Descriptive objectives are objectives that focus on the describing or explaining a phenomenon as it is, without looking for relationship or influence. Usually used for knowing the condition of an object, describing a situation or event, presenting facts based on data. Example: describe the quality of public service at Office X, describing the level of public satisfaction. The point is explaining what happened. B. Explanatory purpose. Explanatory objective aim to explain the relationship, influence, or cause and effects between two or more variables This research not only describe but also seek the reason why a phenomenon can occur, usually used for testing the hypothesis, knowing the influence between variables, explain cause and effect relationship. Example analysis the influence of service quality on public satisfaction, explain the relationship between word description and apply performance. The point is explaining why it can happen. C. Predictive goals. Predictive objectives are objects used to estimate or forecast future conditions based on data or patterns found in the research. This objective is usually a continuation of the previous analysis. Descriptive or explanatory, usually used for making estimate of future conditions, be the basis for decision-making, preparing policy recommendation. Example, predicting future level of public satisfaction, estimating the impact of a policy on public service. The point is, assuring that might happen.
Last, I will explain about the benefits of research. The benefits of research are the section that explain the utility or contribution of the research result conducted by the researcher. This section is important because it demonstrates that the research aims not only to answer academic questions but also to have broader impact, both for the development of science and for stakeholders. So, research is expected to be useful not only in theory but also in real life situation. In writing a thesis, the benefits of research are usually divided into two types, theoretical and practical benefits. First, theoretical benefits. This relates to the contribution of research to the development of science. Research results are expected to enrich existing concepts, theories, or studies. Furthermore, research can serve as a reference or resource for other researchers interested in exploring the same or similar topic. This supports the continuity and development of research in the same field. This research is also expected to provide a deeper understanding of the phenomena studied and help strengthen or even develop relevant theories in the field. The second is partial benefits. This relates to the direct use of research result in real life situation. For the agency or organization being researched, the result can be used as evaluation material to identify strengths and weakness. So, it can provide a basis for decision making or policy improvement. For the government, this research can provide input for formulating more effective public policies that are tailored to social conditions. This makes policies more relevant and applicable in society. For the public, research results can provide information, understanding, and solution to current problems. So the impact of research can be directly felt in everyday life. In addition, research also benefits the researchers themselves, especially in improving knowledge, experience, and research skill. It also helps develop critical, systematic, and analytical thinking. So, the benefits of research are not only limited to academic aspect, but also provide real contribution to various parties. That's all for me. Thank you. We hope that our presentation will provide a clear understanding and be beneficial for all of us. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.